Brad, something's happening.
What do you mean, Raymond? What's going on?
Holy shit, the lights just popped. Did you see that, Brad? I think the ghost just surged the power.
What? Which lights? The hallway ones?
This story is a series. If you have not watched the previous episodes, please start from the beginning, or from your most recently watched episode. Thank you for watching. Brad, look. The TVs are broken. It's like they tried to rip them off the wall.
Right, Raymond. I think they grabbed what they could of our expensive equipment, too.
Yeah? What's missing, Brad?
I can't say for sure, Ray. I'll need to take an inventory when we get back to the office. It looks like some of the motion sensors, sound sensors, cameras, anything that can get pawned for a decent price.
Well, at least they didn't take it all. That could have been bad for what we're dealing with tonight.
Yeah, we're back at the Jones house, right? See, I thought they hired a priest for an exorcism after we were here the first time.
They did, Brad. It made it worse. Let's get in there and get that power on as quick as possible. I think they were telling me they had to reroute the power to the basement. But I'll head to the basement and get that power on right away, Brad.
Alright, you do that. I'll start looking around.
They said the electrical in the garage got fried. I had a feeling it's the ghost. Raymond couldn't get off his mind what happened. Someone broke into the van, tried to steal the TVs, took some of the equipment even. There's a skull in the garage.
What do you mean you found a skull?
Like a human skull, Brad. We still have lots of film for the photo cams, right?
Yeah.
It didn't get stolen?
We still have some photo cams and a good amount of film.
He was happy insurance would cover all their losses. Once they finished up this investigation, they would get it back home and take it into the shop. That wasn't the only thing on his mind, though.
Hey, do you have any info about what happened here?
Are you sure you want to discuss that, Brad, when we go in here?
Yeah, I'm all good, Raymond. Lay it on me.
Well, Brad, I don't know how to say it other than the priest was killed during the exorcism. The ghost appeared and strangled him to death in front of everyone, the whole family, even the children.
That's not right. Why were the kids even there?
I know, Brad. So keep in mind how dangerous this is. Oh, and the family's moving, so they were packing all their stuff up when they called us, and all their things are shoved in the closets. So, don't try and hide in there if the ghost comes after you, Brad.
Where the hell are we supposed to hide, Raymond? What if it comes after us again?
Well, we can try and duck behind some furniture, or hide in a room far away from wherever it's haunting. It'll be okay, Brad, I promise. Just make sure we use lots of smudge sticks. Keep the crucifixes in the room, and take the stimulants.
Raymond, how are we gonna check our sensors with the broken screens? How will we know when to take them?
We won't, Brad. We just have to occasionally take some. So if you've been inside for a while, just come outside and grab a bottle.
Oh, okay, Raymond. We can do this. Let's just try and get it done before we run out of supplies.
Yeah, good plan, Brad. After the investigation at Todd's, Brad had told Raymond over a few strong drinks he wanted to quit. Stop investigating and call it an end. Raymond couldn't lose his partner, though. Raymond felt like he was able to talk Brad down from the edge. Raymond convinced him that using the smudge sticks, the crucifix, and keeping up on the supplements would be enough to keep them safe. And more importantly, if he needed to be outside and on the cams more, he could be. There was a small escaping feeling, though. Something was off with Brad tonight. This investigation just felt different with him, but Raymond couldn't put his finger on it. Brad, the EMF's going off. It's a 5.
What's causing it, Ray?
I'm not sure. Maybe this door or this light.
Okay, at least that takes one off the evidence book.
Yeah, you're right, Brad. That's at least putting us one step closer.
Okay, Raymond. Well, what should we look for next?
We had fingerprints last time. Maybe we'll get them again.
I think I'm gonna try and use the spirit box this time.
Are you sure, Brad? You sure you're ready for that?
Yeah, I can handle it, Raymond. You might just have to show me how to use it.
No problem, Brad. I can show you how to do that. It's really easy.
Raymond was concerned with how Brad wanted to use the spirit box. He would have thought that after the last investigation where he almost quit, it'd be the last thing he'd want to do. Something was off about Brad. It was like he had more courage. He was more willing to dive in. Raymond wondered what caused this change of heart.
Brad, I've checked all these doors, even the closets. There's no fingerprints on them. No glowing hands like last time.
Nothing at all, Raymond. That's kind of weird. What are you thinking?
Wait, it just touched another door. Let me check it, quick. There was nothing on there either, Brad. Maybe something's changed from last time.
Okay, well, I'm going into the spirit box. I'll see if I can get it to talk again.
Okay, Brad. I'll be right there. I'm just gonna grab something else to bring in.
Oh, what the fuck? The lights are going off.
Brad, are you alright?
Yeah, I'm all good, Ray. The lights just started flickering.
It's okay, Brad. I think we're still okay.
Where are you? Are you here? Are you friendly? Do you want to hurt us? Are you in this room? Are you the same ghost? Did you kill the priest? Do you have a name? I didn't have any luck with the spirit box in there. I think I'm gonna take a break in the van for a minute, okay?
Sure, Brad. I'm setting up some more camps. Just let me know if you see anything.
Yeah, will do, Raymond. Will do.
It was good Brad was taking a break in the van. He needed it. It was tolling on him that he had to use the spirit box. Raymond knew that. He still wondered why he did it, though. Why he decided to step up and push himself to that limit he didn't want to.
Raymond! Raymond! I just saw it flip over a picture on the camera!
Where, Brad?
Table, in the hallway below the light.
Oh, I see it here, Brad.
Brad's excitement was genuine, it sounded. Something about him was so different, and Raymond's mind kept going back to it. What was it?
Raymond! I just saw an apparition move through the dodge projector, just like last time.
Alright, that's great, Brad.
That's 2 evidence down now, Raymond. This is going pretty good.
Well, Brad, as great as that is, now the real trouble starts.
What do you mean, Raymond? We've almost confirmed what's going on here. What kind of spirit is haunting this place?
Normally, Brad, yes. But in the nightmare of a ghost exorcism gone wrong, the ghost will lose its ability to leave evidence of one kind.
Meaning we have no way to tell what kind of ghost it could be?
Not exactly. So, you know how each ghost acts differently and reacts to things, right?
Yeah, what about it, Ray?
So, a wraith, it won't leave footprints. So if we put a fresh batch of salt and a UV glow stick on them...
We'll be able to see UV footprints, or we wouldn't be able to if it was a wraith.
That's right, Brad. And if it's a Goryo, it'll only show up on the camera it's going through the DOTS projector when no one else is around.
So if you see it in person, you know it's not that.
Yeah. Which leaves us either it being an Oni, which is super active when we're both around it, or a Raiju, which should mess with our electronic equipment.
This is going to be tough, Raymond. It sounds like this could take a while to complete. We have already used up some of our supplies.
Yeah, Brad, it is. So let's just play safe, okay? I don't want either of us getting hurt.
Well, what's first, Ray?
Well, let's get some cameras in there, Brad, and we'll go from there. If we can start ruling out some of these ghosts, we'll be a step closer to getting out of here and knowing what happened. Raymond realized that Brad's voice would change from extreme excitement to almost a clouded quiet. His responses were different and volatile, or they were almost non-existent. It seemed like he was almost under the effects of something. Perhaps he had took some sort of medicine, or some sort of stimulant that was different than the normal pills they put. Something to help him stay calm. But why was he so excited then? It was almost like maybe he had been drinking.
I'm going to get some salt in there and a UV glow stick so we can work on ruling out the wraith.
Okay. I'll hop on the cams and keep an eye on you.
That sounds good, Brad.
But Raymond needed to focus on the goal at hand, to figure out what this ghost is and what happened here. Ruling out the wraith would be an easy one. If they could see the footsteps on the salt, well, they'd know it wouldn't be it. That's where he wanted to head to first. He could see that Brad was already bringing in UV glow sticks. Once he got that salt down, it would only be a matter of seconds before they'd know if they were dealing with the wraith. He could already see one pile of salt had steps in it. He just needed them to walk through another pile.
Brad! We got footprints in here! Shit! I don't have a photo
coming, Raymond,
cam.
and I have a photo cam with me.
Okay, hurry, Brad!
Well, get out of the way, Raymond! I'm trying to get in there to take a picture!
Good work, Brad. If you weren't so fast on your toes, we might have missed them. But that does mean one thing, though.
We ruled out the wraith.
That's right, Brad. We just ruled out the wraith.
One down, Ray. Which one are we going for
I
next?
think next we should look at the Goryo.
Okay, so how do we do that?
Well, we're gonna have to set up some more cameras. And you watch on the cameras, we'll all watch in person. If we both see something at the same time, we know it's not the Goryo.
Right. But if I see it, and you don't, that means it's the Goryo, right?
That's right, Brad. You're really getting good at this ghost stuff. I couldn't have done it without you here.
Ruling out the Goryo would be an easy task. They would just have to have one of them watching from the van and one watching from the door. Raymond had already explained this to Brad, but he needed to run through the idea again in his mind. It would be such an easy result if Brad saw it in the van and Raymond couldn't see it in person. That's all it would take. One simple walking apparition.
Anything on the cams, Brad?
Well, I'm not too sure yet. Wait! I just saw something move through the DOS projector.
Yeah, I saw it too, Brad. Well, we know that it's not the Goryo, right?
Alright. Now we're getting somewhere. That means there's only two more it could be, right?
Yeah, the Oni and the Ryuji.
You mean the Ryu, right?
Brad, yeah, the Ryu. It's just the J, it messes me up sometimes. You know I was never good with words.
Yeah, I know, Raymond. You are good with ghosts, though. Just not words.
Alright, Brad. Well, I think what we should do next is try and figure out if this is the Ryu.
Okay, Raymond. What do you think we should do?
You know, it's gonna be a little difficult, because both it and the Oni sound active. But if only one of us is there, and we turn on all the lights and other electrical, maybe it'll show itself. Instead it becomes agitated.
Okay, Raymond. Let's get in there, turn on the TV and all the lights we can find, and anything else that draws power. Having the lights all on has never been a bad thing.
Yeah, you're right, Brad. Brad, it looks like the power's out, or it shut off the breaker. I'm gonna go quickly flip that on. You get ready to start turning on electrical stuff.
Raymond found himself running through the house. He knew every second he stood in the darkness, this ghost would be watching him, waiting to attack.
The power's on again, Brad!
Relief washed over him as the breaker flipped back on and he could hear the heater running again. He decided to turn off some of the lights they weren't using so they could focus more power into the area in which they believed the ghost was haunting. That being said, this plan wasn't foolproof. If this ghost became more agitated by the amount of electrical equipment on, well, it could lead to one of their deaths. It was a scary thought, but Raymond needed to do it to help figure out what this ghost was, to cleanse this house. The radio crackling and the TV making the spackling noise of static did startle Raymond. Something about it was just so strong. It was so intense. He could almost feel a denseness in the air inside. He decided it was time to take a breath out of the van. He couldn't stop but look at the TVs every time. Even though they were broken, a part of them always checked to see what his stats were reading, to see if he was still in his right mind. But there was no way to tell. He decided to head back in the house. The next thing he wanted to do was get a photo of that skull. He needed to report this to the police. He was sure the family would have reported it if they found it in their garage, but they didn't. That made him believe that perhaps this ghost brought it from somewhere, or found it somewhere in the house. It definitely confused him in a sense. As he walked about, for the first time in a while, he could feel his heart beating in his chest. The talking, static radio, confusing his mind and heart, making him feel like he's about to be attacked. It was unnerving how bright the house was, yet how in fear he felt from this ghost. If it was a Ryu, it would be something that would reach out and kill him. He decided that the static noise was too much for his mental capacity. He turned it off, as well as the TV. He couldn't stand listening to that ominous static crackling and cackling at him. He needed just the heater rolling. The buzzing of the lights would be enough. They had so many cameras, dots projectors, and lights on that it would be enough to agitate it if it was a Ryu.
Anything happening in there, Raymond? I'm not seeing anything from the door.
No, Brad. I'm looking around here, but I just can't see anything. Nothing's changing. Maybe we're on the wrong path. Maybe it isn't a Ryu.
Well, let's just give it a few more minutes. Just, keep an eye out and see if something happens. I'm sure we'll have some sort of activity regardless. Just be careful, Raymond.
Yeah, Brad, I will. I'm sure you're right. We'll just keep an eye out. You just stay by the door, okay?
Hey, Raymond. Raymond, maybe you should step outside for a bit. Just, take a breather and catch your breath. I don't want you getting hurt or anything.
Raymond ignored what Brad had said. He wanted to search the house, even though it was against his better judgment. Same for what Brad had said. He knew he should have stepped out for a bit. Maybe smudged it or taken some sanity pills. However, a breeze of death, the wafting smell, caught his nose and he decided to step outside. Maybe he took it as a warning sign or something else, but that smell wasn't normal. He'd wondered if Brad had smelt it, but he didn't want to ask him. It was apparent that Brad was already worried about the two of them, and the smell of death was the last thing he wanted to bring up. But Raymond had a job to do, and he was heading back inside to finish it. The smell of death was gone, but the fear in his thumping heart stayed right beside him, regardless of the missing odor. But that's when it happened.
Brad, something's happening.
What do you mean, Raymond? What's going on?
Holy shit, the lights just popped. Did you see that, Brad? I think the ghost just surged the power.
What? Which lights? The hallway ones?
Yeah, I think I got a picture of something.
What, like the lights breaking?
No, it's the ghost, Brad. But it's like it's all distorted.
Wait, Raymond, it disrupted the camera quality and surged the power to the lights. Do you think that means it's a Ryu?
I think you're right, Brad. I mean, that was one of the things to rule out. The other was an Oni, and we both weren't in there. And it was pretty active. I think you're right. I'm saying we're dealing with a Ryu.
So what changed, Raymond? I thought the last time we were here the ghost was a phantom. Wasn't it? We had the dots, but the other evidence was different, remember? We had those glowing hands and the spirit box.
Yeah, Brad, I can't say for sure. It's like it was a whole nother ghost.
Raymond, wouldn't we have detected it in the house the first time we were here if there had always been two ghosts?
Yeah, good point, Brad. If there was just another ghost in the house, we should have picked up something the first time we were here.
Do you think the priest could have brought it with him?
Why would he do that, though? It even killed him.
Maybe there's something more going on here. Like the priest was possessed or something? Maybe we should look into it, Ray.
Well, if that's the case, I think I have a lead, Brad.
Yeah, Ray? What is it?
The priest's house in the countryside. Thank you all for stopping by to watch the 4th episode of the Phasmophobia story series, showcasing Raymond's perspective. If you enjoyed the video, please leave me a like. And if you want to watch more of the story series, or other game series we do, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Lastly, leave me a comment down below. What will the two find at the priest's house, do you think? Also, if you do know somebody who you think would enjoy these stories, feel free to send them the first episode to get started. And always, thank you for showing up and watching.